106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Welcome to the Goddamn Podcast with Drew and TJ. Let's get this goddamn thing started.
You're goddamn right.
All right.
Yeah.
Lost the screen grab for Siege, really? Okay. No worries.
Whatever.
We will get that back.
Yeah, it's nothing but pussy over here.
Business as usual, guys.
Get it. Oh, yeah. Keanu.
PJ, can you please move the cat? It's in the way of the pussy. I can't see it.
Hey-yo. Anyway, what's up, guys? Another wonderful goddamn Tuesday evening. Thank you for joining us. I mean, if you were literally waiting for the stream to start, I think the least you could do is like Tony is telling you guys, smash that like button. Smash it. Why not? You like us that much, you're waiting for the show to start, then you like us enough to like it before we even fucking start. That's the dilly, yo. Goddamn, Keanu. It's like cat hair.
You're dealing with cat hair, and we are dealing with these fucking mayflies.
Ugh.
Somehow,
You got mayflies, but we get love bugs,
Love
bro.
bugs.
It's
Love
about to be
bugs.
love bug season. So.
yeah. Well, the problem here is we started getting them in the house. So I'm trying to figure out how these fucks got in the house.
You know how to defeat love bugs, right? You gotta fuck them to death.
Yeah, we used to get love bugs like really bad, but it's almost like as soon as they started disappearing, the fucking mayflies showed up.
Oh, it's
I'd
always gonna
rather
be
have a
something, bro.
plague of mayflies in my house than love bugs on my Lotus.
Yeah. Doesn't matter how aerodynamic your car is, it's gonna fucking end up with love bugs all the fuck over it.
Yeah.
I just drove on the highway a couple days ago and I looked at the front of my car and there was like two love bugs smashed into the bumper and I was like, and the season's about to begin, because that's how it always starts. There's only two of them, and then all of a sudden there's 2 billion of them
And
everywhere.
it's if they touch any solid object, they spontaneously combust. That's how fragile these fucking things are.
Mhm.
I have
And
no
then-
idea how they survive.
And then they fucking have to, in order to procreate, they have to like join themselves. And then once they do that, they're already shitty at flying, but once they're joined, they fly.
Yeah.
And so now that they're joined flying, they don't have any fucking control over where they're going, and they just get absolutely smashed. It's not nearly as cool as the opening of like the original Men in Black, where it's like, flying
Oh, yeah.
around. No, it's just like immediately they suck.
How ironic is it that this most annoying species on the face of the planet is also the one species that actually does give a flying fuck.
Yeah, I was looking up today about these mayflies. I'm like, man, so if some get in the house, like, how long am I gonna have to deal with this? Am I gonna have to call somebody? Gotta get some spray or something? These things only live like a couple of days.
Yeah.
And
What are you gonna do? Yeah, be like, this spray will work after 2. That's what we should do. Mayfly spray. It works in 2 days max.
Yeah, and then you'll just see them dead all over the place. That's how you know it works. Yeah, and the wife was telling me that she had read up on them too, and she was like, some of them just don't even bother eating. Their life is so short. They're just like, I gotta fuck to pass on.
Love bugs are the same way. They have an incredibly short lifespan. That's why they basically like come into existence and immediately like try and procreate and then just move on. And it kind of puts things into perspective, like a 1 or 2 day life cycle. And you're like, man, that's really fast. But then when you look at our life cycle in like the big scheme of things, it's the same thing. As far as the Earth is concerned, we're a bunch of mayflies. And as far as the universe is concerned, we're a bunch of aborted mayflies. Speaking of which, speak of abortion, which is always a fun topic to begin with. That's our new Streamlabs. Got a new Streamlabs option in there.
Oh, fuck me. No.
It's called Abort DM, Abort.
No, please, no.
Yes.
That wasn't made under duress.
No, it wasn't. You did that all on your own. I listened to the audio.
Can you tell if there's a gun in my head right now? Yes or no?
Yeah, I can tell. You're not shaking in your little fucking baldy boots. Your voice isn't quivering and cracking. That's how I know there's no gun.
That's
to your
because
head.
of how badass I am. I'm
Sure, yeah, yeah. What if someone had a gun to your Lotus?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like, look, man, shoot me. Leave the Lotus alone. It had nothing to do with this.
I went into convulsions earlier because Mrs. DM got out of the car. She put her drink on the roof.
Is it in like what, a stainless steel cup or something?
No, it was a paper cup.
Oh, you fucking little bitch.
I was just
Like,
joking.
it's not. Yeah, I don't know. You're not. Convulsions. I bet if we had her on the show right now, that she would be like, "No, he straight up fucking pissed his pants."
She would say,
Well,
"Look, he cries all the time, but I've never seen him cry like
Mhm.
that."
Well, it's a good thing she's in the other room on the phone.
Good. All right. Well, lucky you. Anyway, all right. Thank you guys for joining us. We fucking. I don't know about you guys, but I've been looking forward to the show. Always looking forward to having these fun conversations. Sometimes I regret it the next day, like a couple weeks ago with the whiskey. But we really do appreciate it, and a big salute to all of our supporters, whether it be on Patreon at patreon.com/goddamn, subscribestar@subscribestar.com/goddamn, or through Streamlabs, of which there is your new option. I replaced the coronavirus one because let's be honest, we all want to move past that bullshit. So do jump in there. It's a nice cheap one. I believe it's under $5, $4.97. Jump in there, do that one, do all the Streamlabs you want. We really appreciate it. And for our supporters, we will be doing a patron show at some point this month. I'm not sure where our Patreon is right now, but as long as it remains above our goal, we will continue doing patron shows. So back in the day, we were doing 2 patron shows a month, which was kind of honestly a pain in the ass, but hey, the money was good. So keep them patron shows going. We enjoy doing them. We want to keep doing them for you. So do check us out. And I think that's all the announcements. The only other thing I wanted to bring up was, guess who got quote tweeted by Ian Miles Chong again? Woo woo. That motherfucker loves me. Seriously, like I don't have to try that hard.
How has he not blocked you yet?
I don't know. I fuck with him, nothing but fucking with him, and like posting old shit where he loves Hitler. He's saying he loves Hitler, and now he's looking after like Israel, and I'm constantly, he's like, oh, these nuts, dude. He had one where he's like, check out this Nazi gay power van, and like you looked at the pictures and it says goy power, not gay power. So totally not. And then on the side of it, it says white goy summer. Like, so obviously not gay. It's white. They're going on that play on words. And even he admitted, he's like, oops, I was wrong about that. But it doesn't mean they're not in cahoots together. I'm like,
What?
yeah.
Like, weren't gay people put in camps?
All I do is shit on that dude, and he hasn't blocked me yet. And I'm gonna keep doing it until he blocks me. I don't give a fuck. But he quote tweeted me again. It was somebody had made a point about the amount of money it takes to go to to do like space travel and shit like that versus helping hungry people. All right,
Yeah,
and that was basically their go. And then Ian was like, counterpoint. We have he listed off like. Some things you get from space travel, like fucking the internet, like faster internet and satellite shit like that, whatever. But I basically, it was really conceited the way that he said it. And I said, translation, I've got Wi-Fi, so fuck hungry people, which it came off exactly like that, the way that he worded it. And Jesus, what else? What did he say? I can't even remember what the fuck he said in his quote tweet of me. I'll have to fucking look it up. Damn it. He's so forgettable.
Dark Matter, are you blocked by that guy?
No.
Well, Dark Matter never says anything to him really, so
I've
that makes-
replied to maybe a dozen or so of his tweets throughout, the years. But what was I going to say? Yeah, I mean, it's like you can do both. I don't understand this idea of like denigrating the idea of charity. I mean, it's not like you have to do one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all in favor of space travel and advancing science and stuff too, but I'm also in favor of not, totally disregarding the hungry people.
This is why I'm surprised I'm not blocked by him. He said he had a tweet. This isn't the one that I was talking about earlier, but this is a different one. He says, in America, being poor is a choice. Many immigrants are able to make it big in the USA in just a single generation of hard work, arriving on shore with only the clothes on their back. And my reply to him was, you wouldn't know, you Malaysian grifter fuck. That's it. That's my entire fucking reply. I'm so surprised I haven't been blocked yet. Let me
also find... that he's talking about like an older version of America. Nowadays, there's immigrants are selected, whether it's through their wealth or their educations. I mean, would you ever hear of like, what do they call it? Brain drain, where they have this problem of people emigrating and, not leaving any like specialized people in their countries, people with know-how, people with expertise in these other countries, because they're all coming over here. And that's why a lot of immigrants do well, because we import them. I can't remember the last time I had a doctor that wasn't from another country.
All right. Well, I've found it here. Basically, I said translation: "Fuck hungry people." I've got Wi-Fi, and he quote tweeted me, and he says, "Hungry people wouldn't be able to whine so much about being hungry if they didn't have a smartphone to whine on. Technology, if nothing else, lets you complain about your problems and broadcast them to a wider audience that would be otherwise unaware of your plight."
Really?
Yeah. Okay. And my reply to that was, this fucking dipshit thinks every hungry person has a smartphone, and that using technology to better educate about the less fortunate is somehow a selfish gesture. Go fuck yourself, you grifting piece of shit. And he is. He is the definition of a fucking grifter.
I find it amazing that before cell phones existed, nobody knew that there was hunger in the world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to say your plight is like, I don't like my job, and you bitch about it from your iPhone, like, that's one thing. But to like literally assume that all hungry people like just bitch about being hungry from their fucking brand new iPhones or something is absolutely ridiculous. And the idea, this takes me back to Bill O'Reilly, who used to be like, you're not poor if you have a refrigerator. Like, what if there's no fucking food in the refrigerator? What if you can't afford to pay the power bill that keeps the fucking fridge going? There's all kinds of things on top of this. Like, you have a microwave, so you're not poor. Like, dude, and in today's day and age, homeless people have smartphones. By the way, what do you think happens? Someone goes homeless and they like go and turn their fucking smartphone into the homeless police. Like, of course, if a person had a smartphone and then it turns homeless, they're going to still have a fucking smartphone. And they might use whatever little bit of money they have to keep that going, because it is the only outlet. And it's not just used to fucking, complain and whine and whinge. They use it for all kinds of important things. Imagine that you are somebody that's you're about to be newly homeless and you're trying to send out emails to find fucking help, like to your family and shit. And then all of a sudden you can't.
If you live out of your car and you need your phone for your job.
Yeah. If you have your home, there are homeless people with jobs, right? Like that is more common than people fucking seem to want to admit. But if your job needs you to fucking work a shift, they need a way to get a hold of you. You know how impossible it is to fucking get a job without a phone, without a number to reach you at? It's more important than fucking reliable transportation. And if anyone is going to fucking need to pick up the shifts and shit and for their job to be able to call them, it's someone that's fucking destitute. It's it's just such a plain bullshit, cut and dry, oversimplification, black and white type of view of it, that with no nuance and obviously no understanding. I've had friends that were homeless for a period of time, and you know what was really important to them? Like, they lived in the fucking woods. I would bring them like bug spray, and then I would pick up all their laundry and take it home and wash it. I wouldn't fold it. I'm not that good of a friend, but I will wash it and bring it and dry it and bring it back to you. And then, so at least your clothes are clean and shit. And they had kids living in the fucking woods with their kids. It's called fucking compassion. By the way, they had a running minivan, a tent, and both the parents had a smartphone. And I didn't think to that for 1 second, like, well, you're not really poor because you're living in the woods in a minivan in a tent, and you still have your fucking old smartphone. So therefore, you know, it's what a shitty way to be in general. So again, my favorite response is that one of the like political, where do you stand politically? You know, are you socially liberal or socially conservative? And, you know, with government spending up or down, and then every corner is just fuck Ian Miles Chong. Nobody should be so stupid as to, you know, just be like sucking on that guy's fucking dick. He's a complete dipshit. He's like shitting on, he's like, the left loves Hitler, and you like look back and he's literally said that Hitler was his idol. And it's like, oh, so you literally only know how to project. You project the things that embarrassed you that you've said onto those now to try and embarrass them. That's your little way of getting revenge, you little fucking, you know, B cup Malaysian man. Piece of shit.
I like the one meme where it shows the you know, that profile view of the Chad guy, and it's like the extreme left. It says the Nazis were right wing, and it's the left, and it's another Chad guy, and he's saying the Nazis were right wing. And then it's a centrist, and it's another Chad guy saying the Nazis were right wing. And then it's the crying, like the overly crying guy,
yeah,
who is like, the Nazis were leftists. And then next to him you have the right, the Nazi, you know, Chad guy with the Hitler hat and everything, and he's like, we're right wing, you know.
I how do I say this?
When you catch your breath. Jesus.
That was a good one. Anyway, political discourse is fucking complete trashly and ruined. And you want to see how out of touch Biden is. It's when he's like, wants to unite the country. Yeah, that ain't it, bro. That ain't happening. I just went and saw my folks and I had like a falling out with my mom. Well, not like a complete falling out or whatever, but, you know, like a big argument. Because it's like when I walk in the door, if it's not on Fox News, she flips it over to Fox News. It like as if to piss me off. She knows I don't fucking like it. I've gotten real good at holding my tongue around them. But some shit, you know, I don't even remember the details. It was some story that I knew the details of. Fox News covered it, left out anything that would make Republicans look bad, and, like, you know, pretend. And I was like, what a load of misinformation bullshit, or something, you know, like under my breath. And she like took it personally. I can't even watch what I want on my TV, blah, 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 blah. Like all this, like, and I'm like, I didn't even tell you to change the channel. But to sit here and assume, like, you know, it pisses me off, you know, I disagree with it, and then I'm not allowed to ever voice my opinion. And you want to like unify with people in that frame of mind, it ain't gonna fucking happen. There's no unify. There's like, just don't talk politics. That's the fucking option. And what a shitty option, because you can't have fucking regular discourse. I said something like, to her like, you know, if corporations paid a better, you know, higher wage, then there would be less people depending on the government subsidies, like food stamps and shit. Like they wouldn't even qualify, or they would qualify for much less if they were getting paid more. That money would still go towards like food. It would just be coming out of the corporation's pocket instead of the fucking taxpayers. And you can make the argument like, well, if you raise taxes on corporations, they just pass it down. But bitch, they pass it down anyway. They do that anyway. Prices never fucking like just go down or whatever. If they dip for a second, they're just gonna fucking go up later. Inflation happens. Prices rise. That shit's already happening. The only thing that sucks is when you don't want to match wages or even try to match so that people can afford. So of course people come disillusioned with shit. Like McDonald's right now is doing. They're like, oh, we'll pay you. What was it, like $16.50 an hour, but only until July, and then your fucking wages go down. You know why? Because that's when the fucking unemployment runs out.
You can't do that to people.
They literally have a big asterisk on their. They have like an apply inside. We offer $16.50 an hour with a big asterisk, and on the bottom it says look for details at mcdonaldsjobs.com or whatever. And people went to mcdonaldsjobs.com and they looked up the details, and it was until July, and then your wages go down to this.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Drew, I sent you that meme since
you did such a terrible job describing it.
Yeah, Pale Blue Mama was making fun of me in the chat, so I have to.
Can somebody do the angry crying face? Can somebody make a dark matter version of that? Because I would.
Because that would be so insane to think like that would. That's so unnatural. Like it wouldn't make any sense.
No, it would be so perfect and fitting. It's like, dude, I would make memes with using that all day. Be like Lambo guys being like looking all smug, Ferrari guys looking all smug, freaking Lotus guys like crying, like I swear it's a supercar.
Did you send it on Twitter or Skype?
Skype. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's all good.
I would have so much fun with that shit. Regular valve stem covers are fine. Like, yeah, it's gotta be solid gold.
Actually, TJ, my new Lotus has black wheels, so I kept the black valve stem stock.
Bro, they sell aluminum ones in black. I'm just saying. If I drove a supercar,
make a special trip tomorrow.
No special trip. Just order it on Amazon like the rest of us.
But then I don't get to drive my car to pick them up.
This is what he does. He's like, hold on, let me make sure that they fit. Yeah, it's fucking universal, you schlub. Fucking fantastic. Man, I'm pretty high right now.
I didn't get a Dodge Challenger or a Corvette because you see them everywhere.
All right, the Nazis were right wing. All right, the Nazis were right wing. The Nazis were right wing. No, they're left wing. Look at the name. We are right wing. Yeah, that's pretty accurate, I'd say. I really do want the crying pissed off face, but done like dark matter style.
See, this is exactly. Look at this. This is exactly what I described. Is it not, Pale Blue Mama?
I mean, this is tough to describe to someone who hasn't seen it. Sure.
Yeah, I've definitely seen simpler memes.
Yeah. It's like, okay, so there's a scale going from far left to far right. Everybody agrees the Nazis are right wing until you get to center right, who says, no, it's left wing, look at the name. And then when you go even to the right of them, they said, no, we're right wing. They're right. Because it's like when the people that stormed the Capitol, everyone's like, man, that was Antifa. And these people are like, motherfucker, I was a patriot. And now they're calling me Antifa and excusing my sacrifice and my patriotism. Yeah, that's the reward you get. Oh, dude, they would have been heroes if they had succeeded, but they failed, so they're Antifa. And then you've got Marjorie, whatever the fucking Green, whatever the fucking name is, Marjorie three name,
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah,
she's out there saying that they're the people being held for that are being abused because some of them are in solitary confinement for 23 hours a day.
Yeah, well, guess what would happen to them if they weren't in solitary confinement?
You know that there's a thing they do to traitors.
Also, I would also like to add that your idea, Troll Jones, that at least Corvettes and Challengers are cool. I mean, that's true. They're cool cars and all.
The new Corvettes
But-
are pretty.
Yeah, I love the new Corvette, but
They're
the
way
thing
better than
is-
a Lotus
is-
for sure.
Is that people stop and take pictures of my car? I've never seen anyone stop and take a picture of a Challenger or a Corvette. I've come back to my car with groups of people standing around it. Okay.
Dude, taking turns pissing on it. Hopefully.
Wondering whose toddler left their Hot Wheel out in the middle of the parking lot.
Yeah. You just know that we're not impressed
I know.
by your little penis extension.
I know.
I know he's so
Yeah,
defeated.
he is so defeated. He's like, that was a lot of money. They're not even impressed. But some randos in front of fucking Walmart or wherever the fuck you're shopping. And wherever you're shopping, I'm sure you didn't pick up any fucking beer, did you?
No.
Pussy.
You know, I'm just going to use my natural charisma and charm.
So imagine this. Some girl is like, oh, that's a nice car. And she's like kind of looking at it. And then Dark Matter comes walking out of the store. And she's like, she's like, oh God, I hope it's not the bald guy's car. And then he walks up and she gets a clear view of the fucking caffeine-free diet root beer. And she's like, and goodbye. Later. It
No.
used to be a cool car until you owned it.
She sees my bald head that was caused by excessive testosterone, which coincides with my musculature and my beard. And she sees my root beer and sees how responsible I am. And then her loins start aching to bear my children. And I say, no, ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm happily married. I have a kid. I'd appreciate it if you stepped off.
And then you wake up. By the way, I'm writing that down because that was a fantastic explanation of how Dark Matter thinks women view him. Where were we at? 10.
This, if you make this a Streamlabs, it's just going to be a self-owned. Not for me, but for
Yeah,
you.
it will be a cell phone.
Shut off. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm still waiting for you to hear what you said last week because I did. I made sure I skipped a pre-show to make sure I got that done.
I'm sure it's been heavily edited. Just
No,
so-
it is the straight. And that's the best part. It's a straight fucking go. And I even mentioned it becoming a Streamlabs at the end. I kept all of it.
And it is the abort one.
Yeah, abort, DM, abort. I thought that was an appropriate title for it. Anyway, someone will get it in there. I'm sure. I trust our peoples.
I think that's what the problem is. It's sent all like without spaces, so it's not separated.
Oh,
Yeah, hold on. I'll go back and change on that.
why?
I have no idea. Sometimes it does that. But I will
It's
fix
all
it.
It's all spaced out where I'm looking at it.
Yeah, and when I
Or,
copy
like-
pasted it in a folder to do in the info for every show, it's spaced. But for whatever reason, when I pasted it in the description box, it all linked together.
Huh. Well,
I'll fix that.
you know, and the other thing is this notepad. It's the same shit I've always sent you all of these from. It's the same saved file. Every time I change something, I just save the same file over again. Anyway, all right, Drew's fixing that, and
It's fixed.
and we do have a lot of good stuff to cover as usual. It's not just me harassing small man-tittied Malaysians, but it is a ton of fun. I'm hoping to report that I've been blocked soon because the guy
I'm
is
actually happy that someone like Ian Miles Strong exists because now I'm not the lowest on the totem pole.
Oh no, yeah, no, it doesn't. It does not matter as long as people like Ian exist.
Yeah.
You'll never be that low. He is the epitome of pathetic. Yeah. What is his website? Because he's constantly posting from like every news story from these two websites. It's like Rebel News and
God.
and Post Millennial. It's like and then his entire tweet is the headline from the article. And I know he's like a quote unquote journalist. So I'm wondering if he's fucking writing the articles or if he's getting a cut to promote all of these like right wing articles that are being, and they're just fucking stupid and ridiculous, and they seem like they're really amateur like written. So that's why I'm thinking it's probably him or some other chode that likes him. I like all the other names they have for him. The Ian Miles Chode, Ian Meals Chong. like because let's be honest, the fat fuck that looks like he hasn't skipped a second dinner in the past like 6 years is going to talk to you about fucking starving people and how they're just fucking whining. Fuck that man.
Yeah.
What a douche. Anyway, all right.
There
was a few that we skipped for sure last week. So.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have plenty here. Just found. Looks like they've been deleting some of those cool pages that we had gotten some stuff from Twitter, but we got stuff. We got plenty here. Where should we start? He's live.
Push it, little baby.
Dude, and those little ones have sharp ass claws, and they don't know how to use them.
Yeah. Dude, he really did. What he went for it.
That's like the vampire mid-air pose, you know how like they always do that, arms up.
They should name him Rocky.
So we can get it good. Oh, just too blurry.
He's moving pretty fast there. Yeah. Went for it. This reminds me of that old
like
fucking post. The old poster of the cat like hanging by one paw from the branch. It's like never give up. You know that cat fell to its. Nobody knows this, but that cat fell to its death shortly after that picture was taken.
I just wanted to say that last cat that jumped off the hay there, he just wanted to bail, and I don't blame him.
Oh boy,
that's. I mean, we're gonna allow that. We're gonna. Come on.
Stop using your connections to the dictatorship to try to oppress people.
I love how what's that dude's name from Lord of the Rings? Like the king is possessed, and then there's that guy with worm tongue. That guy.
Oh,
yeah. Like, that's TJ. TJ, whenever Darth Vader makes a pun, he's like, "My lord, are we really going to?
Are we going to accept this as the new normal?"
And then the king goes, "We won't accept this as the new normal."
You have been jailed. Yeah, I am the Jafar to Drew's. What the fuck was the
Sultan?
Yeah.
So I'm the Sultan. Tejas Jafar, and Dark Matter's the bird. You're Iago.
Dude, I was gonna give him the fucking monkey. Abu. Mm-hmm. By the way, there are so many fucking fantastic movies that I look at in a totally different light after you see the warning that Disney puts up before them now.
Oh yeah.
I'm like I see the warning and I'm like, what the fuck was wrong with this movie? And then I watch it and I'm like, oh.
Dude, it's hilarious. Like the wife was showing me a comic book that's popular in Mexico that her aunt always used to buy for her, and she's showing it to me, and I'm like, dude, there's no way this would pass like in the States like today. And like every one that like every cover of it that we're going through, the little kid looks like a monkey kid in like clothes, and it's him going like these different places, and it'll be like, dude, like all the shit that like they were saying about like Dr. Seuss, like, well, the Oriental types, they looked a little too like cliche. Dude, this was that on steroids, like every fucking cover.
I was just thinking they'd have to put those warnings, not just like on a fucking Tom and Jerry cartoon nowadays, because like they had like extreme violence. They had like drinking and smoking and like hitting on women and like a
lot of cigars. And
dude, what's that classic one that we used to play? Used to play the one where they're like, is like an old west style or whatever.
Oh, where he's
like
hitting on the cowboy cat.
Yeah, it's like, dude, that is, yeah. You're like, oh, uh-oh.
Oh no, what the fuck? If it's abortion, that it's there should not be abortion, then I will immediately find a pregnant woman and abort her.
Jesus, there's a Streamlabs for you.
No, that's out of context.
シーンブレイでハズジャストドーネテッド4.97ドル。So it begins.
No,
So it
that's
begins.
out of context. I
It's-
need
what do you
everybody
want? The
to know
entire
that.
fucking let's do 3-hour Streamlabs.
Yeah, the Streamlabs should be the entire episode for the proper context. Yeah.
We'll start doing that. $5 in a 3-hour Streamlabs.
And then you just take the night off, right?
Yes. Yeah, I've made my $5. Seriously, like $5, and then after Streamlabs takes their 10%, that's $4.50, and then after split it with Drew, that's $2.25. I mean, that's good fucking money. I'm good. $2.25 for 3 hours worth of work. That's better than fucking Filipino kids get to make those Adidas.
Okay, hold on. I found the comic book that she was showing me. I found here's one of the covers. Okay, tell me yay or nay, would this pass right now?
Oh no. Oh,
Dude, this looks like
no.
a Mad magazine,
Oh.
bro.
No, because I don't know. I don't even know if the kid or the person here is supposed to be black. Like I don't really even know like anything about it. But as soon as I saw it, and it wasn't even this one, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, yeah, that definitely would not pass.
He's got the fucking hobo stick, for Christ's sake. Then the bowl cut. Oh, no.
Oh no. Holy shit. That's
Neiman?
just they just drew a monkey. Come on.
So wait a second. The monkey is the black kid from the beginning? Show the old. Yeah, that's a monkey. Okay, wait a second. Let me rephrase that. They are portraying the monkey as the black person and the black person as a monkey directly. And then like where the question is, would this pass? Like, of course fucking not.
Are you sure it's not supposed to be some kind of monkey character?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Because that would, yeah, that's pretty fucked up. And look,
Bro. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
yeah,
It's pretty fucking bad. And people, you'll catch people out there that are like, there ain't nothing wrong with this. But yeah, maybe you should take a step back. Like, and then these are the same people that will say like, fuck your feelings, and then they're all up in their feels if you fucking tread on any of their bullshit even lightly.
like if you made a comic where it was all black people and they all looked really good, and then there was one white person in it, and you made them like a buck tooth, like
Hillbilly fat
yeah,
fuck, yeah.
yeah.
Or
Then
like
they'd be able
bald.
to see the problem there. I think.
Yeah, no, they don't. Ay, chulita, no tan fuerte.
I'm saying I don't like when I first saw it, like it never even like entered into her head. I was like, no, you see, I've spent too much time like online. Like I know all the shit that like ruffles the feathers, and I don't know it. The thing is, if it's supposed to be like a monkey kid or it's supposed to be a black kid, I was like, it don't matter because
It's not a monkey mother.
because somebody's going to see that, and that's like obviously like the conclusion.
It's not like you have to interpret it. This is super fucking obvious. And God only knows what kind of depravity is actually in the stories. Because when people ask why I haven't learned Spanish fluently, I'm going to say, have you seen this comic book? I don't want to be offended. So I don't even want to know what it says. Yeah, I had a coworker fucking with me because we have a Spanish speaking, like she's fresh from like Honduras. But I'm trying, I think I mentioned this before, but I was like, okay, nueve y camarones y uno once whatever the fucking frijoles or whatever. I'm trying to tell her portion sizes. And one of the other people is overhearing me. She's like, "Oh damn, TJ, you're just about fluent, huh?" I'm like, "Go fuck yourself, god damn it! I didn't think I need a translator to do this fucking job." Thank God it's not the Chinese that are taking over quite yet, because I don't think I can learn Mandarin.
Cernian sent the Wikipedia for it. It apparently is like extremely popular in Mexico and South America.
Well, yeah, because they're a bunch of fucking racist. I'm kidding.
It's supposed to depict. It was inspired by Cuban children seen by the author Yolanda Vargas Dulce in her travels. I just saw it and thought, I was like, that's fucking hilarious. I guarantee you, they're all going to think the exact same thing. It's like, wow, yeah, that definitely would strike somebody as being problematic.
Yeah, I mean, that's a perfect example of something that can't really be like just excused with, well, I didn't know, or that's not what it's supposed to be at all. No, it's obviously what it's supposed to be. And if you don't think there's a problem with it, you're probably a fucking racist. If you don't see how it's racist, you probably are racist.
Wiener Patrol ドネテッド $9.11
Wiener Patrol.
Ooh,
Thanks,
Waiter
bro.
Patrol. 9/11. 9/11. I used to have bad memories of 9/11, but after that Streamlabs, I think I'll have fond memories of 9/11.
So
Hey, be a little more sensitive, Teach. We had Neeb here, and he lost.
Oh, I'm set.
He lost 19 friends on 9/11.
oh,
Dude,
Damn.
that's what Neeb used to tell us every time we talked to him.
Yeah. I actually did lose a friend, someone I knew in 9/11. I didn't even know, learn about it until after, well after a year.
oh really?
After the fact. Yeah. It was the father of someone I went to high school with.
But Wiener Patrol made you feel better about it.
Yeah. Thanks, Wiener Patrol. Your Streamlabs donation lit me up like 5,000 tons of jet engine fuel.
Nice.
Too soon? Trust me, that is not going to be a Streamlabs. You can fucking bet your bottom dollar. God damn it.
It's almost 20 years. It'll be 20 years this year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I do make that a Streamlabs, it'll be for like $300. You won't want to hear it because it'll cost you too much goddamn money.
But I mean, think about that. Like 20-year-olds are. I mean, there's going to be 20-year-olds soon that weren't alive during 9/11.
Yeah, dude. Everything makes me feel old. If that's what you're trying to get at, because everything makes me feel old. Somebody today was bitching about how much Twitch, like a percentage Twitch takes, and I was like going over percentages, and I was like, Twitch takes like, I guess 50% if they're subscribers, which is ridiculous. But yeah. Google does 30%, and then Patreon and Streamlabs do 10%. And then I was like, and by the way, I'm old enough to remember when all of this was considered e-begging.
Yeah.
That for the longest time, if you tried to make a buck off of the fucking internet, you were an e-beggar.
Yeah.
It was how times have changed. Now there's fucking people with chicks that do OnlyFans, and they're like mediocre looking, right? Mediocre, and they're posting about like, I drive a new Audi, I just bought a new house, blah blah blah, and they like all this shit, and it's from fucking showing off their like totally average or even sometimes gross. Like, and I'm like, wow, that is not a fucking attractive, or like, and they don't even know how to do the angles properly. And I'm just like, oh god damn, that is nothing but like, I guess some guys are into that, like all you see is just miles of cellulite. And it's like, some
Bro,
chick thinking she's like super fucking
have-
sexy, which is great. Do you? But all the pathetic dudes out there that are buying this chick a fucking house and an Audi.
Dude, look at some of the
you're sad.
videos that we have played on here. Like the girl that eats 10,000 calories a day gets paid for it. The lady, remember the one lady that just all she did was like talk to guys on the phone. Like there was never any meetup, no sex, dates, meeting in person at all. They would just call and they would just talk to her, and she had like this fully furnished like luxury apartment.
The guy that had gone over to Russia 3 times to try and meet the chick that never shows up.
That's so. Oh my god, that's so sad.
People are fucking pathetic, dude.
And then he went back to like his old.
He's like, I'll give it one more shot.
Yeah. Oh.
And it's on a website where you get like paid. You got to pay per letter that you'd fucking type in a message. Like that ridiculous of a scam.
He's like, I'm not getting scammed again. I quit that site, so now I use this one. And this next one's even like shittier.
It's more expensive, so you know you can trust it.
It was like, what does he spend, like 40 grand or something like that?
It was something crazy.
Yeah, he sent her a ton of money and then spent a ton of money on going over there over and over again, never meeting her in person. I'm telling you, that 90 Day Fiance, there was a guy that was kind of like that. But I know that show, and I know they're not going to include him if the girl doesn't show up, but she is just so disinterested in him, and he is so in love with her.
There's billions of people on Earth. Just go find another.
No, these are guys that are like, I've got to have a really, really hot wife, and that's like what really matters to them, and so they pay this price. Because we live in a day and age where it's not just like, oh, she is the best looking girl in the village. It's like, no, this bitch is like out there. She's like, I know I'm sexy. And she's putting herself out there to make it like, not all hot women, obviously. But if you're hot and you want to freaking make money, you don't even have to like become a stripper anymore. You just do OnlyFans and all this other shit. You can make a ton of money doing it. A ton. These cute chicks that do video games on Twitch. Like all they do is be cute and play video games, and boom, the money's rolling in from all these pathetic fucking douchebags.
Remember what was the one, like one of the girls that's real famous that was like selling her bath water?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Like bottling it and like selling it.
I think that the website she was trying to do that on stopped her because they were like, we cannot, confirm the safety of consuming this.
We have
literally from the phrase, I would drink her bathwater.
We have a lot of people complaining about lag in the streams being down. Dude, I have no drop frames over here. We aren't having any issues in our call.
An error occurred?
On the stream?
Yeah, I'm looking at it from my end.
It's still up for me.
You think
they might have fucking taken the stream down.
Yeah, well, normally it tells me something if they do that. If you guys are here and you're like in the chat, just refresh whenever that happens. But I got a feeling it's live for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I have a feeling this is YouTube.
Yeah, it's okay for me.
I have no drop frames or anything.
Well, that's good because mine is not loading up at all.
I'm going to up the bit rate a bit. Let's see if it's still live. It's up. Refresh. Yeah, guys, if you'll just refresh, because like I say, man, if I can see anything on my end saying that, but I'm not even using a third of my CPU usage that I'm seeing here, and no dropped frames. So
you're good. My computer always runs a little fucking slow because I have too much shit going on. I've got like fucking 8 tabs on Firefox and my fucking Skype and Discord and Zoom and my home security system and fucking, yeah, it's a lot. So it's probably just on my end that it wants to take forever to load. Apologize, guys.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
If
it's abortion, that it's there should not be abortion, then I will immediately find a pregnant woman and abort her.
Jesus, there's a Streamlabs for you.
Out of
シーン
context.
ブレイでハズジャストドーネテッド$4.97ラストワンギブント賞
Can I just go on the record right now and say that I do not want to run around aborting fetuses?
I don't believe you.
No, I don't either. That seems like an afterthought. You're apologizing just because you think it's what everyone wants to hear, not because it's what you really mean.
It's got to come from here, bro.
Mm-hmm. That's a Ted Cruz apology right there. Blaming your kids for going to Cancun type of shit.
Well, they wanted to see the beach.
I haven't even aborted that many fetuses though.
How many have you aborted, Dark Matter?
I mean, I kind of lost count, but it can't be that many.
Do you need, what do they call those things? The fucking, the Chinese calculator with the beads that you slide?
Abacus.
Abacus. And I, God knows that someday in the future, Chinese calculator is going to be some like racist thing you're not allowed to say. So I'm apologizing from the past because right now it's okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff. Like I had her watching, what was it? Anger Management. That movie, Adam Sandler.
Mm-hmm.
And there was that scene where like Woody Harrelson is like the trans like prostitute that they pick up. Yeah, it's like funny and good fun and stuff. And I was like, wow, it really seems like that's something that you wouldn't see in a movie now without a bunch of explanations. And then there was another movie we watched like right after that. They ended up having like a trans person in it too, but it was in like a there's a trans person. Oh, Shallow Hal. You've seen Shallow Hal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's
I like Jack Black, so I've seen all of his movies.
So there's that scene where he like goes up, like his the girl Rosemary like busts the booth. Yeah. And he like goes up to like the person at the front or whatever and is like talking to him, and it looks like this like hot lady, right? And then he has to answer his phone, and that's when his buddy gives him like the code, and then it goes back, and it's clearly like a man with like a fucking wig on and like the skimpy dress.
Because okay, Dark Matter, you said you haven't seen it?
No.
Okay, so the premise is that he gets hypnotized so that he only sees people's inner beauty. So it doesn't matter if you're ugly on the outside because you look beautiful to him, like physically attractive because of your inner beauty. And if you're ugly on the inside, it doesn't matter how hot you are on the outside, you look ugly.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So, and then I guess he gets the code, gets the code word from his friend to end his hypnosis. But it's just actually a really good movie. It's got good. Fucking Goop, Gwyneth Paltrow in there, which is meh. But she's pretty funny in the fat suit. And the scenario of him seeing her as like this thin, attractive woman, like the regular Gwyneth Paltrow, and then in the reality, she's just like this fucking like 440 pound, like, chonk.
Gwyneth Paltrow, I was told by the Gwyneth Paltrow expert, Pale Blue Mama, that sells a pussy candle. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'd heard that. I'd seen the things going around online.
What does it do? Can you fuck it?
It's I don't know if it is made like what would you say, from her fluids, or that it is supposed to represent
that it smells like her vagina.
Okay, that's it.
Apparently.
If we don't have somebody buy me one of those so I can test it here on the freaking, are you kidding me? That's got to be for sickos. It's got to be for the creepiest men on the planet. What woman wants to be surrounded by the scent of Gwyneth Paltrow's pussy?
And apparently, I can't believe, I remember not believing that her pussy smelled like. I can't remember what the candles smelled like. Hearing that
probably the fucking the back of a hot PS4.
Dude, apparently she's gotten sued because one of her candles exploded.
Oh,
her pussy candles?
Yeah.
A hot pussy.
Did it climax?
So apparently some man was smelling it and it exploded. Okay.
Shut up.
What the fuck?
Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop sued after man says this smells like my vagina. It's actually the name of the candle is "This Smells Like My Vagina." It's not even like freaking like mist of the lips or something clever.
Mist of the lips.
Nothing. You like that, Dark Matter?
That was pretty good.
Jesus Christ.
The fact that this piece of shit came up with that in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Why didn't she fucking hire you to do this shit?
I'd be so good at this shit. And of course, this shit's going to be lagging. Everyone in the fucking chat is going to have missed my awesomeness.
Dude.
Anyway, but yeah, this smells like my vagina. That she's just putting it out there. Like, light this candle and masturbate and think about fucking me.
But the thing is, I remember hearing that what it smelled like was some kind of like fruit, I think citrus or something. I'm like, their vagina does not fucking smell like that. Give me a break.
It smells like fruit?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, that's maybe look. One of my favorite like questions I've ever seen asked in a Facebook group. It was like a Facebook group meant about it's literally for posting stuff that shouldn't be on Facebook. You know what I mean? But in a group where everybody trusted each other not to report anything, no matter what. And it was like, y'all like to eat pussy when it's fresh out of the shower, or you wait till it gets a little twinge on it. And that resonates for anyone who has ever licked a vagina. But yeah, and the other meme I always loved was like, if her pussy smells like roses or fruit or whatever, that's some kind of spray or something, because real pussy smells like the back of a hot PS4. I was like, things that you're like, that is not wrong. That man is not wrong.
They're saying their streams. A lot of them are saying their streams are dead.
No, if it smells like fish, there's something wrong, bro.
And I have I still, dude.
Is it $80 for that candle?
Yeah, that's what
$80.
This is the best way to describe it. The way some fat guy did, $80 to smell the broad's box. LOL. Perfect. Look, you should be in the commercial.
Gwyneth Paltrow is not unattractive. She's attractive. She ain't fucking. For $80, you can get a fleshlight that's supposed to be exactly like your favorite porn star's cooter. Okay. Seriously, they have like the fleshlight or fucking vagina in a tube industry is to the point now where they're like, oh, you like this porn star? Well, why don't you? This is what her pussy feels like, man. So, and then some loser is sticking that thing between his his box spring and his mattress and just fucking humping the shit out of it. I should get into the fucking sell a solution to clean those things or something, because they're not cheap. Yeah, I mean, I should have been mopping spooge my whole life. Fuck me.
Yeah, I can't even get the stream to the.
Yeah, I can't either.
I have no idea why, dude. I've upped the bit rate 3 times now. I have no drop frames or anything. So
an error occurred. Try again later.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
I wonder if YouTube is just shitting itself right now.
Of course, it would be. It would wait until now.
Yeah, it's every fucking time we try and do this fucking. I should check. Let me check our messages and see if they're doing it purposely.
Do that, and let's go to break. Do that?
All right. Yeah, I will do that. And when we come back, I'll let you know. Apologies to anyone that can hear us for these problems. I swear it's not us. Yeah. Anyway, all right. We will be right back, guys. Stay tuned.
Okay, let's do this fucking shit.
Okay, let's do this fucking shit. Somebody was saying that YouTube is down as trending.
Okay, great.
It is. I checked it.
There's nothing wrong with our stream.
Yeah, that's actually probably good news. I mean, I see that it says that's trending here on Twitter right now.
Dude, these fuckers always fuck with this shit while we're doing this show.
Yeah, I don't see it.
No, I guess as long as the recording is good.
If several people are saying that it's trending, then take your word.
Yeah, it is. It's just do hashtag YouTube down, and you'll see.
Yeah, we can't dual stream right now, unfortunately. So that's what's, we can't do YouTube and Vaughn, and if we stop the YouTube stream, then we'll have to upload the Vaughn, segment later as a second party, and we really hate doing that shit. Anyway, all right, we'll just continue with the show. I hope they fix it. Fuck Google. They suck in every way imaginable. Dude, can you imagine if they got hacked and everyone's out there putting as much YouTube and plastic bags in their trunk as they can?
Cardboard boxes. I've seen a lot of funny videos. I mean, a lot of which I have to think is just not real. But then again, I also know it's a country of 330 million people. So there's
we've played the clip over and over. You can play it right now if you want. The lady putting gas in the bags.
No, the bags. Yeah, I'm saying I've seen some where they're putting it in like the baskets that you put like the dirty clothes in that have holes up the sides.
Mm-hmm.
People trying to fill those up. I'm like, surely that's not real. But maybe they put a bag in it.
That's like whatever. Like gasoline eats. That's why there's a special plastic that they use for things that are meant to hold gas. It is extremely corrosive, and if you don't transfer it, if you put it in a plastic bag and don't transfer it somehow very quickly into something else, it'll eat the fuck right through it in a matter of a day or two.
I tweeted out a picture of a guy who thought of that, TJ, because he was putting gas in a cardboard box.
Yeah, that's hardcore stupid. Hold on, I'm letting people know.
Oh, I see now. Yeah, YouTube down is trending. Yeah, I see it now. Well, I mean, I am relieved that it's not our fault, but it's definitely still.
Yeah, still sucks.
Sucks for you guys.
Hope it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all good. There we go. All right, and I'm okay with it. Whatever. We'll just keep the show going, and hopefully it's not fucked up so bad that it's not recording this, because then that'll be a problem. I mean, I guess we have the recording on XSplit.
Yeah.
So we're safe.
Okay, Chris in the chat is saying he changed his VPN IP address and the stream loaded just fine.
Well, there you go. So if you got a VPN, jump through another hub.
And if you guys want a quick way to get a free VPN with a browser, it's a pretty shitty browser, but in this circumstance, it might be worth it. The Opera browser, if you download Opera, it is a pretty shitty browser, but it'll come with a free VPN, so you can just switch that bad boy on. Maybe you'll be able to watch the show.
There you go.
If you want to give that a shot. That's the only quick fix I know. All that stuff about how we'll just change your IP address, but like, dude, I don't know how to do all that.
Yeah, and Meldrock is saying Vaughn. Again, we don't currently pay for XSplit, and you need that in order to even attempt to do a dual stream.
Yeah, we used to pay for XSplit, and then we were like, why do we do this?
Why? Yeah, why are we paying that? We don't. It's like so you can have extra frames and shit, but we don't hardly use but 2. So it is what it is. Apologies to you guys. I know you show up wanting to watch the show live, and
Dark Matter fucks it up.
sorry, yeah. And then we had episode 327 is like terribly underperforming because it was down for like the first 2 or 3 days that it was up until I got that shit fixed. And whenever that happens, so if at the very least you can go back and watch 327 if you missed that one because of the copyright or whatever issues and that I fixed, and you can come back to this once it's up. So apologies, not much we can do about it.
Oh yeah, it is back up. It's back up for me too.
Oh, there we go.
Some people are saying it's back up.
Yay!
All right,
Good.
let's do.
Yeah, hey, and then I killed just enough time bitching about YouTube to get us going again. Let's do it.
Here, we don't need the sound. Let's just all celebrate the fact that the stream is coming back up.
He's got a pencil or something.
Does he?
I swear I saw a pencil or something under his. Maybe it was a shoelace.
Fucking crazy lights, McGee. I remember when moonwalking was enough.
Yeah. Damn.
So, that's great. Yeah, the idea here is that you're putting all the pressure on one foot without making it look like you're putting the pressure on one foot. I guess it's just a shoelace that I was seeing. Anyway, yeah, it's so you're putting a ton of pressure in areas of your foot in order to make like it look like you're kind of float. You'll notice there's always one.
This is actually what happens when you break a man's ankles and then give him a lethal dose of morphine.
Yeah. He's like, I feel great. I can dance right now. And then like 2 minutes later, he's like, Mama.
This last bit where he like goes all the way across the floor.
Yeah,
it's really crazy. Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's transferring the weight, obviously. And even though the one that's on the floor keeps flicking back and forth, that's the one that he's got all his weight on. So he's. Yeah, it looks wild, but it takes a hell of a lot of skill to pull that look off. I actually saw the shoe they used to do the lean in the Billie Jean music video, and it's essentially a board underneath the dance floor that slides in. It's got a pin on it that slides into something on the heel of the shoe that holds that down, so you can actually physically like lean forward and pull yourself back up because you're attached to the dance floor at the heel, and then when the board slides back, you're not attached anymore, and so then you can continue on with your dance. It was a God damn it, what's it called when you fucking get the rights to an invention? Yeah, it was a patented like idea or thing that they actually did for that.
Yeah,
sorry.
They patent dance moves too.
I told you guys I've sold a patent before for something that will easily be my patent for it was more of the idea, and it will easily be introduced sometime in the very near future where technology is at now. Because that was the problem, was the technology for it at the time of the idea was not quite there. Not quite. They could have done it, but it would have been a major pain in the ass. Now the technology is like so simple.
And what is it?
I can't tell you. I literally sold the idea. That's part of the stipulation is that you don't give. And when I swear to God, the moment you see it, I'll be like, I can say something, whether it's the company that I sold my shit to or not. And I sold mine to like
wait a minute,
it's an agency.
Mist of the Lips, isn't it?
Yes, Mist of the Lips can't. No, it's it has to do with emergency vehicles. I'll put it that way.
Wait. So you got a patent on?
No, I sold an idea that someone else was able to patent.
Okay, how does that work? How do you sell an idea?
So at the time, it was through like an agency, and I believe they were sponsored by like a bank or some shit like that. But basically, you go in, you give them your idea, you give them a price, and they give you an offer if they want to buy that idea and patent it off you, or you basically buy your idea. And at the time, I can't remember how much it was. A couple $1,000s. Nothing absolutely crazy. But it was when I was in my early 20s. So for me, it was pretty cool. I'd never sold an idea like that before. But it would have been usable even back then, but it would have been much more of kind of a pain in the ass. So nowadays with technology and the way that everything is easily like transmitted, from like a source to everything surrounding it, like Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and all that kind of shit, it's gonna happen very soon. Like I can almost guarantee it. It's a safety device type idea. But
safety device. All right, I'm thinking like a stuffed animal pops out of the car to make it not seem so dire. They call it Paws of Life, right?
No. This is I remember someone paid me for this idea, so it's not going to be some shitty dark matter joke.
Get you out of
anyway.
Dark Matter before we
The idea being that it's a safety device that would become common in all new vehicles, the same way like seatbelts and airbags are. But it's not nearly as dire as seatbelts or airbags. Like I didn't invent the new seatbelt. I didn't invent the foam thing from Demolition Man.
I was just about to say that.
It's not that. It's nothing like that. It's just a super simple idea that has to do with being able to transmit to an emergency vehicle, being able to transmit to vehicles around it. I'll keep it as simple as that, and that's as far as I'll go. Because it would be really shitty if they came after me, because they could sue me if I fucking go give the idea to anyone the fuck else. That's part of why they buy it from you.
The people that bought it from you have not, what would you say, just made this thing yet?
I don't know if they've pursued it or looked into it further, but it was an idea that they wanted.
Because you can get alerts on your phone if there's like a car.
Okay, go ahead.
A car stopped on the side of the road or something, like people will report that, and then it'll go into the app.
Yeah,
and then
no, this doesn't require phones.
No, I'm stuck on the.
Maybe when in the patron show I'll explain it, and that because I trust our patrons a little bit more. As far as not like, and honestly, what are you going to do with it now? Like, it's not like someone's going to go out and sell it, but at the same time, I'm not going to make it like something I put out on a public YouTube video that anyone can look the fuck up, or some butthurt douchebag that doesn't like me goes and tries to find the fucking patent and go report me or some shit. Nah, no thanks. Right. And by the way, this is all pre like cell phone. Like everyone had like shitty little flip phones or pagers and shit back then. So I've seen quite a few of my ideas that I had as a kid come to fruition, but I never like sold the idea or patented anything. And quite honestly, they're probably kind of common ideas. I've seen a lot of the song lyrics that I wrote as a kid be like used in one fashion or another, even if it's just like 2 lines of a song. I'm like, man, and I'll think to myself like, I'm pretty sure I did something really similar, and I'll go back and look through fucking song lyrics I wrote, and I'm like, it's exact, like exactly the way. I was like, damn, ahead of my time I was. Good times. Mudvayne. There's a few lyrics in Mudvayne songs that I'm like, Jesus. Their first track on New Game, their last album they did, I heard they're touring again, which is fantastic. But it's called like Fish Out of Water. And the first lyric is like, I'm a fish out of water, come and choke on the bones. And I'm like, That's like literally the first fucking lyrics that I wrote for a different song. Obviously, nothing else matches in the song, and what I had in my head for the song was totally different than what theirs sounded like. But it's crazy to hear something that you're like, man. And then I question myself. I'm like, am I just not remembering that correctly? And I'll go and I have all that shit like tucked away, all my notebooks and all that shit. I held on to it with all my shitty like high school scribblings and all that shit. But I'm kind of glad I held on to it because at least it makes me known.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to play this way.
No, yeah. He's scratching his ass. I mean, look at that tail.
Sì, una bella cratatina di culo.
Damn, he's really getting in there.
Yeah. Culo. I know that word.
That's a pretty metal looking goat.
Tu culo es caliente.
Caliente.
I don't know if he's scratching an itch or if he's just really horny.
Oh. Come on, man. Just took you out of bars.
Are you going for a record?
Yo, you, dude, the fucking
Dark Matter, he's going for a record because he's the GOAT.
Sometimes you gotta go for it.
Jesus, yeah. You never had an itch you just couldn't quite scratch till you really got in there.
Well, it must really suck to be some of these animals that can't reach like half their fucking body.
I could see Ray Comfort doing a video on this, like, if God didn't exist, why would he put horns on this goat so it could scratch his ass? Huh? Answer me that.
And I would answer by showing a dog scooting its ass across the carpet. Like it can make do without big ass horns.
Big ass horns.
That's literally. All right, that makes the title, Drew.
Big ass horns.
Big ass horns. By the way, the title for, I don't know if it was the last episode, but it was like spitting in Drew's grandma's mouth is what I wrote down. I think I took out the Drew's part, so I just had it spitting in grandma's mouth because I read that and I was like, man, that is super, super specific. I probably should not do that. I like Drew more than that. All right, big ass horns.
Especially if you ever met. Well, I both my grandmas.
But I'm sure your grandma's like the sweetest freaking lady,
dude. Yeah, well, especially like my mom's mom. This is like the sweetest little old lady you've ever met in your mouth. If you were to even say those things to her, they would not compute. What?
Oh,
no, that doesn't even.
No, see, I can't
spit in a hooker's mouth.
Wait, tell me this before I say she's a nice lady. Does she watch Fox News?
No, she watches.
All right, I like her.
Well, she's like ultra conservative though.
That's fine as long as she doesn't. No, I'd rather you watch OAN. Just admit.
I don't see her watching news. Facts. I don't remember her watching news stuff a lot, but it is always like religious stuff. Always like Hagee and.
Don't mind that at all. Do it. I would rather my mom watch the 700 Club so I could laugh instead of get pissed off.
All right. Try. He's not as sneaky as he thinks.
I just don't. I don't know how much longer I can continue living like this.
Is he declawed? He's trying to pick it up. He has no claws. Because I know my cat would be like claws in and take it. Yeah, he's given up.
Fucker gave up.
Yeah, that's why it's called a hot dog and not a hot cat.
Dude, I'm looking at this setup here. I'm sorry, man. It really is. I think the wine, but everything else they have set up here goes with it.
You've got your hummus, your grapes, your fucking your nice sausages, your cheese. It looks like if you ordered a room service, like the $100 room service platter from Motel 6.
Motel 6.
You guys know that at Hooters you can order 20 wings and a bottle of Dom Perignon, right?
No.
That is on the fucking menu. It's like $125 or some shit. So you can get, yeah, it's not exactly a steal of a deal, but it's a bottle of fucking Dom Perignon, and it's for these pathetic pot-bellied dudes that just got done playing around to golf and they're trying to impress their friends at Hooters.
Either
They got a
that,
hot waitress.
either that, or like the 60-year-old boss with a 20-something-year-old intern.
I'll tell you what, we had we had a owner of a business bring in all his employees. Like it wasn't like a huge business. There was like 10 of them or whatever. So it's the owner and 10, and it was for a lunch at the restaurant I work at. And he's like, order whatever you want. And so they just literally were like, they just went ape shit. They took like one or two of every appetizer. They ordered like pretty much like one of everything on the menu and then some. It was absolutely ridiculous. For lunch, their bill was like $700 or $800. Like, I mean, they didn't quite order everything, obviously, but I mean, like, they were just all over the place with the ordering. And then the best part is the server that was handling the table came back and it's just got plates full of food, just tossing in the garbage. Like they didn't even touch this. They didn't even get around to this. They were so like, and I'm like, well, let me tell me more about how that. And that guy later on would be like, I can't afford to give you raises, but I appreciate your hard work. Hope you enjoyed the fucking sea bass.
The sea bass.
He wrote it all off anyway.
Yeah, most likely business expense. Yeah,
it's a smart way to do it. That's what I would do. I was going to say about the wine here. There's something that has struck me in my adult life as incredibly pretentious when someone drinks wine, like just sitting around the house. Mm-hmm. I see this shit in TV shows all the time, where everybody's dressed up and like everybody like in their day-to-day like home life. I don't know about you guys, but are you like decked out? Like, do you wear shoes in the house?
I don't wear shoes in my house.
I don't either. That's already weird for me. Then, like, if you watch just like a sitcom or something,
everybody's dressed up. House.
Everybody is dressed up like really nice when they just hang out around the house, right?
I have, fuck, I shouldn't say this because Mrs. DM makes fun of me enough. I have indoor shoes and outdoor shoes. So I have shoes that I wear only indoors. I will not wear them outdoors.
You be honest with me right now, Dark Matter. Do you have driving shoes? That's a fucking yes. That man has fucking driving shoes.
I've never even heard of driving shoes.
They have. Oh my god, this son of a bitch has driving shoes. That is so fucked up, Dark Matter.
My feet get. Look,
that is a yes.
Driving shoes. Here comes the excuses.
I have wide feet. I have big fucking feet, and sometimes you can press. You can accidentally press both pedals.
Time out here. TJ and I have the same shoe size, I believe.
It's 15.
Yeah. What is your shoe size, Dark Matter?
All right. Let me put it this way.
It's a 9, but it's wide, right?
No, it's a 12 or 13. Some of my shoes are 12, some are 13. But a Lotus, I mean, you have the pedals are closer together than your average car.
Why?
Because it's a small car.
You paid extra, and they couldn't even space out the pedals?
Well, I'm talking about my previous Lotus. The new one is a more normal pedals. I don't have to wear special shoes for that.
But you do anyway, don't you? You piece of shit.
The one before that.
Do you know how hard I would laugh at you if I saw you get out of your fucking car at the gas station with fucking driving shoes on?
I gotta look this up. What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
Driving shoes.
They are. Oh my fucking.
Oh no! You.
Yeah. What?
Show the worst pair, and that's the one I'm gonna imagine Dark Matter fucking wears. Please.
Yeah. Immediately when I saw this, I imagined. Okay, first off, this dude drives a Lotus. And
look, bowling shoes have a purpose. Okay. Oh no, those are like deck shoes. No,
this came up for driving shoes.
No, these they look more. Look up like. I'm assuming yours are like with the Velcro strap.
I have most of my shoes are Skechers.
Skechers driving shoes, or just Skechers shoes you bought for driving shoes that are not actually driving shoes?
Yes.
Okay, so they just look terrible, and they're really, I guess, tighter on your feet, so you can touch the pedals the right way.
Yeah.
Oh God, you know how manly that makes you sound? The special pair of shoes you bought so you can work the pedals in your go-kart. You manly man, you. How will we ever match up to the ones I was thinking of are like almost like
To be honest, you're out in the yard, you're drunk, fucking dogs are running around, and you're just like, oh, yeah. This is one of those you film it while you also dig around in your belly button, you know, and you're like,
What? No, no, not at all, Drew.
シーンブレイデ has just donated $5. Drew with his belly button.
Drew with his belly button. Yeah, he was talking about the goat with the horn scratching his ass.
That is true. Oh, dead on the money. That is exactly what it's like. What is he, Napoleon Dynamite or something? No, like
I want to do then suck a giant cock right now.
ロバートカモ82 has just donated $5.25. Miss you guys. Full homo.
Full homo for you, sir.
That was also out of context. Oh, Drew, speaking of an homage to this Streamlabs here, you could play that one Avengers clip I sent you.
By the way, that was a fantastic fucking Photoshop.
Hell yeah.
We need more like that, please.
Show me what you got.
Yeah. I fucking love that shit. I've been rewatching all the Rick and Morty because the new stuff comes out, I think, the end of June.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, another season. They're not spacing it out like they were before.
What did you ask for, Dark Matter? Was it this?
Yeah, this is it.
Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Yeah. Well, no, this is the...
He's supposed to be killing her, but
yeah.
Thanos has made it shoot bubbles.
Oh, hold on. The cat. Oh, you gonna show him your tie? He has a tie.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Business cat.
He's not too happy about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck yeah, I wouldn't be either. What is it, a clip-on, you son of a bitch?
You just slide it right on the collar. It came with that and a bow tie. But we normally keep him in a bow tie, but he has like this mane, and it'll just cover it up. You can't see it, so we put him in the regular one, and we joke about how he has to go to an interview later in the day.
That's right.
But still never gets a job. Piece of shit. Mm-hmm. And he won't even catch these fucking mayflies they get in. He just like watches.
That's right. Well, that's why he never gets the job, right? They're just not feline it.
Oh God.
Yeah. All right. Let's unpause this video.
I like you.
A homo.
I hope we don't get a copyright for that.
Yeah,
it's short enough.
Probably.
Yeah, that's what your wife said, but you know.
For fuck's sake.
I'm too quick, Dark Matter. I'm drunk and I'm high and I'm still too fucking quick. You can't stop me.
So I take it everybody's YouTube is working good again?
Hey man, as long as it's working, that's all that matters. I'm sure there's some people that gave up, but for those that stuck around, you're fantastic. Here's your reward. Heroes. Also, give us a big fat thumbs up because we stuck it out too. You know, we do this for you.
It was really hard on our end with no drop frames and no lack of communication.
That is also what she said. Hey yo.
Oh boy! All right. When life gives you a second try.
Are you shitting me? There you go. That's right. That is fantastic.
Doesn't count.
Is she wearing her like Big Lebowski fucking bathrobe?
It kind of looks like it. Like they're having a Big Lebowski night at the bowling alley. Actually, you know, it's really funny because they have this app where you can put anyone's face on celebrity shit. And one of the things that I really loved is they had Jesus.
Yeah.
They had him. They had him like doing the dance. And I was like, man, if I could put Dark Matter's face on that, that would be fucking fantastic. I almost grabbed the app just to do that. That's fucking wild. There's bumpers in there, I guess, because it didn't go in the. Yeah, it's got to be bumpers. There's no way, because are the gutters clear? Hold on,
They look
goes across, bounces like across, right there, that's fucking wild.
Yeah, that's just.
And then it clears this last little hump right there too. It's like, yeah, I didn't know they had mulligans in bowling.
So that's
they do.
like that's like one of those once in a lifetime opportunities to get your roll again, and she probably rolled a gutter.
Yeah, this is the you didn't overdose on heroin. They saved your life, and you just go back and overdose on heroin.
I keep trying to make jokes about the balls wanting to be in between her legs, but my mind is in the gutter, I guess. So I don't want to say it.
Good.
Look, Dark Matter. I was gonna say let's spare him. You know,
I'll spare him, but that's strike one, Dark Matter.
Oh, you turkey!
I thought for a second Teach and I were split on that decision, but apparently
no. We are.
Whoa! Holy
Dude,
shit!
he seems like really happy about this.
This is like a fucking Disney ride.
Yeah, that
it's
looks
not a real
animatronic.
fucking elephant. Yeah, it's animatronic as a motherfucker. Look at the trunk.
You're telling me elephants don't naturally hang out at waterfalls? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
This is the worst part. Is you go look at the comments on this, and they're like, "That elephant's having so much fun. God, what a beautiful creature." It's like the fucking jungle ride at fucking Disney or some shit for children, and it has fooled you as an adult.
He looks so
You
peaceful.
pathetic piece of shit. People are always like, "Oh, you're so pessimistic." I'm realistic, and you're retarded.
You're gonna hear something funny. They did a survey. Fucking 8% of American men think they could beat an elephant in a fight unarmed.
Yeah.
8%. Who the fuck are these people?
Yo.
And they also 8% was also the number for who thought they could beat lions. Bears.
I just heard the announcer's
gorillas.
fucking voice in my head. Be like, and now in the black trunks, Dark Matter 2525, and now with a trunk for a nose, a fucking elephant.
Oh, dude.
Fight.
I cannot believe I didn't grab this fucking video. It was a video. Remember Rick and Morty when they're watching like the different like cable channels? It's like man versus car. It's an ordinary man versus a car. And, like, you know,
It's just like spinning out on his face.
So what it did is it took like the announcer's audio and put it over one of these like Black Lives Matter assholes like blocking a street. It'll be tonight. It's an ordinary man versus a car. And then of course it goes the way you would expect it to, right?
Yeah.
The person's like on the hood, like getting like ran over, and they like fall off, and then at the end you hear the guy just like laugh. He's like, "Wouldn't the car always win?"
Rick and Morty is fucking fantastic. I really, the more Rick and Morty I watch, the more I appreciate it as a show. And I'm not like some ridiculous fanboy. I actually kind of am. Most of those Funko Pops behind me are Rick and Morty shit. But just the way that they are so nonchalant, where he keeps having to like recreate himself in the clone vat of other worlds, and it's just fascism on top of fascism on top. And it's like fucking he's finally like the wasps. He's like, there's no fascism, but they just eat innocent fucking victims as they're while they're alive, like and lay their eggs in them.
When you're born that much of an asshole, there's no need for at least you can do is have a little bit of sympathy.
Yeah. Fucking just love that shit. It's such a great show that like I think it started off as a joke and they just successfully like that was meant to be like a 1-season show, I think. You know what I mean? Like there's no real storyline, and then they put a storyline in there and made it ridiculous, and it still works because it's a ridiculous show. It's just smartly written, and I love the little one-liners and all that shit. The fucking take it for granted type shit, that kind of shit that fucking gets me every time because I know people like that. I know I've seen people type that shit out. Take it for granted. Like, dude, yeah, take it for a fucking rock, you moron. Granted. People that People are just and my favorite thing is how cocksure they are of themselves, always, as they are wrong as fuck.
Yep.
Ugh. And it's not even like a level of wrong because look, my girlfriend does this shit to me all the time. She's like, "Oh, you think you're so smart?" And I'm like, no, that's the worst fucking part. I'm just like average. I'm just average smart. I'm not like super smart. But even being average smart, I am way smarter than the fucking majority of people out there. And that's what pisses me off.
Well,
I should only win half of the fucking back and forths that I have ever in my life. I'm only half that smart. But instead, I'm pitted up against absolute mouth-breathing morons that are like just, and they toss you softballs and you knock it out of the park, and they're too dumb to know that you've just knocked it out of the park on their asses. And that's a frustrating level of like, oh Jesus.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
There's people that are, oh God. I recently saw this dude who just made the most god awful bad arguments, and you could tell that he thought that he was just owning, and it's just pissed me off because it's like, no, you're not. You're just being really dumb, and you're too dumb to understand.
I posted one on Facebook. It was some dude. I thought it was a troll, and then I went back and looked at like a number of his tweets, and his replies, and you could tell he's not trolling. He's dead fucking serious, and it was all about like, women shouldn't be muscular. It's bad for pregnancy. Women are only meant to breed. If you want equal rights, I'll beat you up. I mean, it was like, I'm simplifying it, but that's essentially what he said in all his tweets. It was a muscular woman, and he's like, you can't be like this. Leave the muscles to the men. And he just got obliterated.
Would it be to sick Ronda Rousey at him?
No, not Ronda Rousey. I hate her.
Or whoever is the good.
She is an overhyped, bad sport, full of herself.
Okay, I don't know much about women's MMA.
I can tell
not
you
as
that
much
I
as
enjoy
TJ
watching.
Does,
I enjoy watching Ronda Rousey get her ass kicked.
Yeah, but
She's
it's
that
still,
type of dumb cunt that's like convinced she's gonna win and then won't touch gloves and then gets her ass kicked.
Yeah,
well, who's the top female MMA fighter nowadays?
It ain't Ronda Rousey anymore. You dated fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, who is it then?
I don't fucking know. I don't follow
See?
that shit.
See, because but dude, you completely missed his point, though. Obviously, his point was that Ronda Rousey was still, whether you like her or not, would kick the shit out of like most like your average dude. Right?
Maybe.
Oh,
maybe she lost to a lot of fucking like deep undercards. She had like 2 losses in a row at the end of her career, and she went into like acting.
Cool.
And basically tried to cash out. She's
Cool.
like, "Oh, done with this. They put me up against people that can actually fight. Fuck."
Yeah, and I know as much.
She's a blown out of proportion name. At least Conor McGregor was a fucking fighter. His name was blown out of proportion because he would like had a reputation for actually winning a lot of fights. Ronda Rousey, they put her up against a bunch of fucking nobodies, and she like just not that strong of a fighter. You can tell because she's so full of herself towards the end of her career and gets her ass kicked. Watch the one where she loses the first one where she lost her fucking title belt, and she is so fucking full of herself. She won't touch gloves. She's like, thinks she's like, and this chick is just dodging her punches like it's fucking nothing. Has Ronda Rousey looking like an idiot, and she's just tagging her. Ronda Rousey fucking comes in for some wild fucking punch. Other chick tags her, stumbles Ronda Rousey, and as Rousey does like this fucking turns her back and then turns back around towards the opponent, catches like a fucking foot to the mouth and is out. And I watched the thing and I'm like, that's their fucking like go to it. It's just because she's got like the media personality. That's what they like. The fighter part of it was almost pathetic. The people they put her up against. Sorry to all you Ronda Rousey fans, but holy fuck, what a complete embarrassment. You ever watched Dave Batista's first MMA fight?
I've never watched any MMA fights.
Okay, do you know who Dave Batista is? We brought up
wrestler?
Guardians of the Galaxy earlier. That's fucking oh fuck, what's his name?
The guy
Drax.
Drax. Yeah. So that he is a former fucking wrestler, you know, the fake wrestling shit, but like Superbug, he does. Then he joined MMA. The guy they put him up for his debut is this fat fucking dude that he's got like 8 inches of height on. All right, and I'm looking at Dave Batista like fucking ripped as shit, and then this fat fuck beats the shit out of him for a long time before he finally runs out of fuel, and Batista like basically lays on him and throws punches, and the ref stops it. And I'm like, don't pull it up, don't play it. UFC is fucking terrible about copyright, but go look it up yourself, and it is not what you would expect when you see the two fighters. Like before the fight, you're like, oh my god, this fat fuck is about to get pummeled, but he totally holds his own for the majority of the fight.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is what you know. Like, have you ever seen that one video on YouTube? There was this really cocky dude saying that you know,
he can knock out any boxer. I know who you're talking about.
No, he could beat pro women MMA fighters. That, you know, they're because the difference between men and women is that stark that it would be easy for him, who he's not a professional fighter.
All right, and he gets his ass kicked by I forget.
But he doesn't just get his ass kicked. She just like toys with him. Like she just decides when she's going to get him to tap out. Like she like just messes with him for the whole time.
That's okay. Like, so I got the same thing. It's Charlie Z. Look up Charlie Z on or you know, Instant Karma. I can't remember what the fuck his last name actually is, but that should be good enough. No, it was Dave Batista, and Brock Lesnar is also Brock Lesnar's got the badass like sword tattoo going down his like chest and stomach. I know who Brock Lesnar is. It was Dave Batista. I'm talking about
Charlie Zelenoff.
Yeah, Zelenoff.
Okay,
Instant Karma. Like we'll just play a few little bits.
This guy has apparently a lot of videos.
Oh, is it? I don't want him. I want the Instant Karma. So, yeah, the top. Yeah. We'll
if you got the top 5 losses, I mean,
Charlie hits everyone, then Karma hits Charlie. That one will work just fine. That down one, whatever. It doesn't matter. Right. So he basically says to these like other fighters, like, hey, I want a photo op or I want to spar, and then he starts hitting them full force when they're not ready and claims it's a win against those boxers.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right. I shit you not. And then finally someone, when he gets into a real fucking boxing match, it is a totally different story. Is YouTube still going to be a bitch? So you see he's not fucking prepared. Yeah, it's not supposed to be a real fucking boxing match.
That's shitty.
Yeah,
147-0.
Yeah. So he's just going to town on people that are for like, you know what I mean?
The guy was sitting down and he's down.
It's supposed to be a spar. Yeah. Aren't we supposed to be sparring?
He doesn't know what sparring is, I guess.
That guy just throws him on the ground.
I won. That's a DQ. What a fucking dumb douche. Yeah, what is this? Yeah, everyone is like, what is wrong with you?
That's crazy.
All right, go skip forward a bit. We'll get to
God.
the part where he's in the ring with no, not quite further. Anyway, he fucks with everybody until, goddamn, did they draw this out long enough? No, further.
He's done it this many times?
This many times.
Jesus Christ.
He swears up and down that he's like invincible or whatever.
147-0.
Yeah, all right. The one where is
versus Mayweather Sr.
Yeah, this is fucking Mayweather Sr., the old man that he's doing this to now.
He doesn't seem to understand what sparring is.
No, he does. I'm sure he does. He's just taking.
He just doesn't give a shit. He's a douchebag.
Yeah, he's just like, hey, can we spar a bit? And then they come in there just like, it's going to be some pops or whatever, and this dude just goes in like full force.
Exactly.
And then as soon as they start being like, hey, dude, what the fuck you doing? And then he's like,
I won. I
Yeah.
won. Fucking. This is an old man right here.
In jeans.
Like these wild. Look at these wild punches. All arm, no body.
He had to crawl out of the ring.
Play the other one. Maybe the other option has the one where he's in actually. You know what? The very top one.
The first one, the top 5.
Yeah, but I wanna see the loss that he. All right, skip forward.
Stepped out of the.
No, skip forward. Skip forward. I think that might be the one. Yeah, he jumps out of the ring.
Is this from like Rogan talking about it?
Oh God damn it! I hate when they do that. No, yeah. No, and this is a terrible video of it too. And he's talking shit as he runs out of the room. Runs into the locker room. He's like, yeah, this is a terrible clip of it. I wish I could. It's all over the internet.
Do you know who he fights?
Oh, again, like no. Look up Zelenoff. Runs away. I bet you it pops right the fuck up.
Here's a video of Charlie Zelenoff losing fights for 20 minutes straight.
I love it. Because after you watch him be such an asshole, you want to watch him get his ass kicked.
Charlie Zelenoff gets beat up by 16-year-old. Charlie Zelenoff loses another fight.
I want to see the one. It's a boxing. It's in the ring, but he just runs away every time he gets tagged. That's not no. Okay. I mean, you can watch that, and I'm sure it'll have the one I'm talking about.
Charlie Zelenoff gets knocked out. He's in a ring here. Hold on.
Now, and I'm knocking out whoever fucking comes my way, man. My mind is fucking blank.
Is this the?
No, it's not. But I'll happily watch him get his ass kicked anyway. This is the one I think.
I'm done. That's one round. One round. That's one round. You want to pay another 300?
You want to pay another 300? Is that what he said?
Yeah. This one right here is fantastic. Just jumps out of the ring.
Hold on. Okay. Will Philippi says, "I thought you wanted Charlie Z versus Deontay Wilder."
That's probably it.
Is that it?
That one's classic, where he keeps jumping out of the ring.
He seems to think that boxing is just throwing as many wild punches as you can at someone's head.
Dude, the only reason he would ever have a chance is because he's like a fucking flyweight. He's like the skinniest little piece of shit. I would punch through that man. Boxing gloves or not.
You're talking about this behemoth?
Yeah. Oh, he's such a badass. Yo, check me out. My hat makes me look like I have a tiny head.
Well, this is the before and after, and I guess he's talking shit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Who cares? He talking like I don't want to give him props or give him airtime.
I talked that mother. I'll knock this motherfucker out cold.
There you go.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna mess with nobody else. All right, man. All right. Get up. He's done.
Dude, this dude knows who he is.
You about to make me mad now. Get up. Get up. Get up. You about to get up. Get up.
I would be knocking his fucking dude. He don't fucking take that kind of. He don't care. He'd be hitting someone when they're down.
It is gonna be right now.
Yeah, he has. He hit that one guy after he went back on the
chair. Yeah, and then so he's swinging now, and now I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. You little bitch. Talk that shit. Yeah, I'd knock his ass out while he sat there.
Don't you ever say you gonna take my daughter
You're
out.
trying to fucking run away. This dude is pissed.
Don't you ever say you gonna take my daughter out. Don't you
It's
ever
like a
say
little kid trying to stay dad.
So if we watched what he said on this fucking like phone call or whatever in this video, you'll see why this dude is so pissed. He talked about how like I'll take your daughter out, and like said all kinds of shit, like instigating this. And that's why I said, like, if you watch that, I'm not going to waste time here on the podcast right now watching it, but he talked all kinds of shit and then had the balls to show up and then lost his balls all of a sudden when he got tagged. Sat down and said, I'm done. I'm sorry. At that point, you're going to fucking meet the bottom of my goddamn heel.
What happens when you have no self-awareness? I mean,
you
will remember my ass.
You think I don't put up with racism? I don't put up with racism. And I don't put up with
Look at how many people are holding Charlie back versus how many are holding the other guy back. Nobody has to touch Charlie. They know he's going to run away like a little bitch.
We're gonna rematch next time. Not today.
Let's get in the ring then.
No.
It's over with.
I know you done.
You're done, man. That's for everybody.
I hit you in the body.
That's for everybody.
That's for everybody. Because he's seen his videos of him trying to be a
everybody.
hard.
But I beat many people though.
The only person that gonna get.
I beat many people.
I beat many people.
I'm a nice guy.
I beat many people.
I could have got you in that alley, dude. But I'm a nice dude. I ain't like that. I could have got you in the alley with all that.
I could have knocked you out outside.
But the shit, what you said, I don't
knocked you out.
After running away.
You gonna get killed, boy.
Yo, dude, I know you. Don't give me the bull. You want to let me beat your ass? You're not supposed to come in here and you're supposed to be in the gym.
Let's get the rematch now then. I ain't coming left with it, man. Cause the next time I come back,
I hit you in the body.
Charlie,
it
ain't gonna be good for you.
You got lucky, man. I'm the best. I'm still the best.
What a dumb fuck.
He lunges and Charlie runs like a little bitch because he's the best.
I'm still the best.
Fantastic, yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's kind of rare that you actually get, a satisfying
dude.
ending
That by the way, black dude was a nice guy, Robert. I'm gonna give him the credit there because he restrained himself a lot more than I would have. I consider myself a nice guy, but look, nice guys have a fucking limit. I put up with a lot of shit. If you get me to the point where I want to fucking pummel you, it's because you fucking deserve it. It's not just because I have like an anger problem. I have very good control over my anger. And if I get to the point where I cannot control myself but to physically fucking harm you, you have fucking earned it in one way or another. If I'm willing to like chance jail time to fucking assault you, you've done something that deserves it. And yeah, I put up with a lot of shit. Some fucking crazy dude was like road raging and like pulled up next to me, giving me, and I was like, I just like smiled at him. Normally it's me that's like, Dad, but I didn't do anything to this motherfucker. He tried to pull out in front of me and I fucking had to swerve around him. And that was enough for him to get pissed off. And I was like, I just smiled at him because I have my kids in the car. So it's a different scenario then. When my kids are involved, it's just a different scenario. And if he got out of his car and like touched my car with my kids in the car, then it would have been another different scenario in which I pummeled the fuck out of that man. Right. I don't look like I'm 6'6", 260 when I'm sitting in my fucking Honda.
It is break time.
But I am Drew. I'm a big boy.
Yeah, I believe you.
No, you have to believe me. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, lots more to come. Stay tuned.
Audio Jungle.
I will say goodnight to anyone that has to leave. I understand we run late. Just if it makes you feel any better, Drew and I wake up early as fuck after this shit. And we still rock it out. Rock it out for you motherfuckers. So a big thank you again. Or one last reminder, the Streamlabs, of course, is still open. Get those motherfuckers in there. We appreciate the shit out of you. Dark Matter, you've earned your freedom for the time being.
Nice.
But we'll see how long that lasts. All right.
Yeah, I'm having like a tornado warning. It has started to rain its ass off over here.
All right. So if Drew gets carried away, that'll be the end of the show.
Okay.
In Drew's apartment, it's also always martial law. Yo, bam!
It is a house. It's not an apartment, but other than that, it works.
Whatever, you get the idea. I forgot you moved. It looks the exact same in the background. You nailed that. But yeah, the stack in the background. It's always martial law up in that bitch.
Got an orange, a Marshall, a Randall, B-52 triple rectifier.
He's got more heads than Dark Matter's ever gotten in his life. Seriously, I'm jelly. Like I've got like a shitty ass practice amp and a crate, an old crate.
Yeah, I've got a lot of other gear over at our bass player's house where we practice. So this is just like the home gear. And don't be envious because I need to get rid of a lot of it.
Well, I had a PV module when I was younger that somebody was giving away for a ridiculously low price when I lived overseas, and just a 4-speaker module that it pumped out. Like I had to always keep it turned down. It just was so fucking loud. I was like, man, I could play like any gig that I will ever need to with this thing. Like you know, if you didn't have the drums far enough away from it, it just rattled everything. They're like, all right, turn that shit down. Can't even fucking hear the goddamn drums. There was a beast of a fucking module. Anyway, all right, on with the show. What's next?
Let's try flight attendant sent crashing into ceiling by violent turbulence. Yeah, totally unrelated. The missus and I just watched a documentary on D.B. Cooper. And now that I'm watching this about planes, it's actually pretty cool.
Dude, turbulence is a wild ass thing that you can't, like, you just can't like get rid of. It's just a part of fucking flying.
Yeah, it has to be one of those things that makes you feel totally helpless.
It's like potholes in the road that they can't fill.
But at least you hit a pothole. Let's say it fucks your tire up, you can pull over.
No, man, the worst that can happen is it fucking throw you out of, and you end up rolling your car. I've hit potholes that were so severe that, like, it threw my car for, like, I had to regain control.
Yeah, but I'm saying you hit a pothole. Okay, but even then, let's say short of flipping your fucking car, even then, if you flip your car, it rolls on the ground.
Sure, but that's not even a good thing necessarily.
No,
like, a plane can hit turbulence and drop like 300 feet and it not be catastrophic because there's no ground to hit.
Sure.
Obviously, if a plane hits the ground, it's going to be more catastrophic. But if a car rolls over and rolls and rolls and rolls, every time it hits the ground is when the damage is done. And so the ground isn't really your friend.
One of the things people don't realize about planes too is that they look very rigid, but they're actually extremely flexible.
Dude, you can watch the wings even on a like 737 flex.
Yeah, they're very flexible. So like a lot of this hard turbulence, won't even damage the plane, but it'll seem severe.
Absolutely. One of my favorite books was from one of my favorite authors, Michael Crichton, called Airframe, and it's about about flaps. They come out the back for takeoff and landing, but they also have slats that come out the front of the wing. And anyway, the book was about how the slats were inadvertently engaging during flight and creating almost like a roller coaster with the plane. Like the slats are causing the plane to dive, and the pilot is trying to get it to pull up, and it's just like this roller coaster thing where people are just flying around. And it turned out to be like a big cover-up thing, kind of like the 737. And that book was written like 20 years before any of that shit. Michael Crichton was dead by the time 737s were having their issues.
Did you hear about that plane crash? That not crash, but mid-air collision over Denver?
No.
The other day, it was like 2 days ago. Mid-air collision over Denver. If you see the picture of one of these planes that landed, you would not even begin to understand how it was still able to come to a controlled landing. Like the middle of the fuselage is just gone, and the only person on the plane was the pilot. It's a cargo plane. He landed okay. The other plane was an acrobatic plane that had an emergency chute. So the whole plane actually, the chute deployed and the whole plane gently floated to the ground, and they were okay. So these fucking people had a midair collision and everyone survived.
God bless those pilots. I'm sure they were praying very hard. Thoughts and prayers and parachutes. It is. It's pretty wild. Those acrobatic planes. The reason they have those is because when they pull some of those maneuvers, the wings will actually peel off of them. Like they create such force on those wings when they're doing some of those maneuvers, and I believe that's one of the reasons they have the parachute system, is in case it loses a wing. But obviously, mid-air collision, it comes in handy as well. Thank God the parachute wasn't damaged in the collision. And it must have been a pretty light collision because those acrobatic planes are not like super sturdy. So to come into like contact with a cargo plane, they've had instances where ships run into like a Navy ship in the on the pier or on the docks or whatever, and they always say like the Navy ship gets like some scrapes, and the other ship that hits it always looks like a crushed soda can. Because they're not armored the same way that fucking Navy ships are. But yeah, it's wild, man. Turbulence is fucking terrifying. I've been on a plane that dropped 2,000 feet, and it was I thought it was all over. It was a military plane. We've talked about them before. The C-141s. But yeah, hit a pocket and just like dropped like a fucking rock. And I was convinced, like, there's no way we're pulling out. It to drop for a second is one thing, but to drop for like 10 continuous seconds feels like you're never gonna pull out of that thing. And they dropped out of the pocket and fucking tipped the nose down a bit, got the thing back. We never went below like 1,000 feet or anything like that. Like it wasn't like super close, but it was still fucking. Everyone on that plane was convinced it was done. This was it. You feel like you're dropping out of the sky and you're seatbelted into a plane. You know what I mean? It's not a comfortable feeling. Anyway, Dark Matter is probably, I've wanted to, but I haven't yet. But Dark Matter is probably the only one here who's thrown himself out of an airplane. I've wanted to do skydiving. Actually, we just had an accident here in locally, skydiving like place that does that shit. One of their instructors died. His chute came into contact with another guy's chute, and the other guy was able to deploy his backup, and the dude that died was not. And they're like, he dropped from 200 to 500 feet, and I was like, well, neither of those are good options.
Yeah, it's scary. Like we did those the airborne jumps where you have a lot of soldiers coming off of a static line, and
you have those shitty uncontrollable shoots.
Yeah, the Dash 1 Bravos, you can't really control.
Yeah, you
that
just
well.
drop.
Yeah, they're designed to get you to the ground as fast as possible because people are going to be shooting at you.
Yeah,
and so there's people all around you, and it, like they tell you, like if you land on someone else's chute, try to run off of it, and it's like that's one of the things that would terrify me is because you just collide chutes, and it would be so easy to get tangled up, and then you're fucked because you jump at low altitudes. You can't.
And you're both fucked.
You don't have time for the reserve chute.
Yep.
And in combat, they don't even give you a reserve chute. They give them to you in training, but in combat, you don't even fucking get one.
Lucky you. We'll give you some rations though that they can pick off your body. I mean, that definitely takes balls. I've done bungee jumping. I'm not scared to do that kind of shit. It's just that I haven't had the opportunity. And the other thing that throws me off is unless you go through the training, you have to do a tandem jump. And the idea of some like 5'3", 120-pound dude having me strapped to him like terrifies the shit.
I'm sure he's not thrilled either. Like he wants the hot chick that
Dude,
wants to do this
I've done the rock wall climbing in places where they have a person holding like the other end of the rope, right? It's not the like setup where it just continuously takes up the rope or whatever. It's actually someone holding at the bottom. And I looked at this dude and he looked at me and I was like, "You gonna be able to hold me, bro?" And he's like, "Hold on." And he fucking like, there's a bar there and he fucking wraps the rope around the bar. And he's like, "Now I got you."
Hey,
I was like,
give
Jesus.
me a second. I'm going to be right back, right?
Okay.
Well, let's watch to see if Drew's house disintegrates.
Yeah, if everything starts coming apart, that'll be pretty interesting. That fucking cow, do you see the skull in the background there? Do you know what that is?
That is the bones inside of a human head.
Do you know what the poster is?
No. It's a Jolly Roger.
It's the Cowboys from Hell Pantera logo. It's I used to have that hat. That hat actually got me arrested.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, it wasn't the hat's fault. It had pot leaves on it. And I got pulled over and the cop was like, "How much pot you got?" I was like, "None." See that? There was a DUI checkpoint. And he's like, "See the car in front of you with the two dogs going through it? You're next." I was like, "Okay, I got some. Just a little bit." Yeah. Not thinking I was slick until you realize you've got pot heads or pot leaves on your hat.
Hey, Tej, would you be able to host the last rest of this?
Why? What's going on?
No, I gotta go. I got some shit I gotta take care of with her.
Okay. I don't know how. Let me before you leave, let me set this shit up real quick.
Yeah.
Let me just open XSplit.
We were worried the tornado was getting out of hand.
No. It's raining like crazy.
Just give me 1 second. When this loads up, I'll see if I can just take over the stream without, having to start another one.
Oh yeah, that would be sweet.
Yeah. That's the goal here.
Would have been nice to get footage of Oz though, Drew, because it's the perfect setup. We're recording.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. XSplit taking its sweet ass time. Come on, baby. There it goes. All right. Let's see. Okay. I have to pull it up on YouTube as well. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, thanks everybody. I mean, the house ain't going nowhere. It's everything's fine.
Everything's hunky dory. I'm just trying to get this shit set up so that I'm. Where would that be? Okay, under here. Okay, sorry. I'm such a noob at this shit. Okay. All right, we are going to try and have a smooth switch over here.
You want me to end this one and you start that one?
Yeah, and I hope everything goes smoothly for you, buddy. I'm gonna give this shit a shot, and we'll see if I'm not able to make it work, guys. That might be the end of the show. We'll see how I.
Yeah, we got about 30 minutes left.
Yeah, well, I'll try and pull it off. I'm gonna do my best here. So stay tuned. If you have to go back to the channel to find this stream, I apologize, but we'll see how it goes. Dark Matter, I'll have to call you back here in a minute.
Okay.
All right.
All right, later, guys.